Hi, I'm Michelle Sterling for Friends of Science Society. I recently reported to you about the $125 million plan of the federal government to rewild Alberta with 12 million trees. So, $10 a tree. But if you look across Canada at all the tree planting plans, you'll see that Canadians are being buried in debt through tree planting. Now, I love trees. I planted this tree myself this year, and it's dead because about 30% of the trees you plant die. Maybe it's lack of care, rotten soil, maybe the roots were damaged in transit, bugs, dogs, kids, whatever. They die. So about 30% of all the money that's being put in the ground is wasted, and hundreds of millions of dollars are being put literally in the ground. For instance, the city of Waterloo received a $1.9 million grant from the Federation of Canadian Municipalities to plant 10,000 trees. You know how much money that is? It's $190. $190. You know what they promised? The city of Waterloo promised to put up a matching $1.9 million. Imagine that. This is a city with a population of 136,433 people. And they're planting $190 worth of federal money, which means all of us in Canada have contributed to it, and then another $190 of their own to plant 10,000 trees. So, there was a report in January of this year that half of Canadians are within $200 of not being able to pay their bills. And these cities are planting your money in the ground. Now, there is a report out, this one, that tells cities how wonderful it is to plant trees for climate resilience. Climate resilience, the cooling effect of urban green spaces as nature-based solutions for mitigating urban heat, insights from a decade-long systematic review. Well, it sounds good, doesn't it? But what happens when you plant a tree? Trees are like puppies or kittens. When you get them and they're small and tiny, they're very cute and lovable. But as they grow, they either die, or what happens is you need care and maintenance, especially the urban forest, because you want to prevent bugs, you want to make sure that people don't get poked in the eye when they walk by, you want to make sure that when vandals take a tree down, you replant it. And then there are all the issues that follow on from that. The trees that do grow often grow right through someone's waterworks, and that's very expensive because then you have to rip up the road and you rip up the neighbor's yard, put in new pipes, and sometimes trees fall down when you have things like September Armageddon in Calgary, Snowtember, where all the trees were suddenly hit with lots of heavy, wet snow, and they all came down. That's very expensive. But no one thinks about that at the cute and fluffy stage. And apparently nobody thinks about all the millions of dollars that are just being buried. This is money that Canadians need. They need it to eat. They need it for housing. They need it for health care. And we are actually spending, according to the Parliamentary Budget Officer, $6 billion on this tree program that we don't need because Canada has the second most trees in the world. We're carbon neutral because of our tremendous boreal forest. And every year the forestry industry is planting 600 million trees at $2 a tree. What are we doing? It's insane. And you know what? Many times when trees are planted in the city sells carbon credits on them. Even trees that you planted in your own yard that are your trees become part of this carbon credit scam. What's going on? This is supposedly nature-based climate solutions. You know what it sounds like to me? A Ponzi scheme. And somebody's taken all that money that's being buried in the ground, but in fact, somebody's putting it in their pocket. It's a waste. We're not stopping climate change by planting trees, but we are destroying our economy. For Friends of Science Society, I'm Michelle Sterling.